It's the 10th time that Nitish Kumar will be sworn in as the Bihar Chief Minister tomorrow in Gandhi Maidan in Patna. Now, this is certainly a historic moment, a historic milestone, and quite unprecedented. We have to raise certain questions around Nitish Kumar's legacy, his trajectory, his journey thus far, because he has become a case study now in Indian politics. For a record 10th time, he'll be sworn in tomorrow. This has left both allies and opponents stunned. Is this a political genius? I want to bring in Ashutosh, senior journalist, co founder of Satya Hindi, to talk about this moment in Indian history where you have someone like Nitish Kumar going to be sworn in for the 10th time tomorrow. Your first thoughts, Ashutosh. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you, Frida. It's always a pleasure to be part of your show.
My pleasure.
Absolutely, Nitish Kumar is
Mm.
a political genius in that sense because in the annals of Indian history, probably he's the only politician who's the only chief minister who has been sworn in, who will be sworn in for 10th times. This is something which is at the outset looks very bizarre,
Mm.
but he hasn't completed the 5 years of tenure terms. He's
Mm.
resigned many times, and in between he was again sworn
Yeah.
in, and so in total almost 10. And but to remain chief minister at the helm of affair for a good 20 years, it
Mhm.
requires lot of political acumen, because let's not forget it, he never got majority on its own in Bihar assembly, never ever. His party at the
Mm.
max has got almost 110 or 115 seats. So a political
Okay.
party which has never got a mandate on its own, never got the majority marks in the assembly, but
Mm.
remains in power for a good 20 years, and
Mm.
always managed to have an alliance with the two antagonistic political parties like BJP
Mm.
and RJD. It requires a lot of political genius, lot of political acumen. So I'm really surprised. I'm not calling it a political opportunism because I know this is not the right time to say that. But yes, if you ask, Nitish Kumar is undoubtedly will go
Mm.
down
Because
in
you know
Indian
why
political
you
history.
say this, it's interesting in another context because this time his performance may have been phenomenal. Last time his party was third, highest seats, yet he became the chief minister. तो performance चाहे इतना हो या इतना हो, chief minister वही बन जाते हैं. In a sense, he has that sort of, he has built that sort of leverage or manages to leverage his position in such a way that
Hmm.
he has been sworn in over a period of time as the CM, whether as part of the NDA or as part of the MGB. Now that says something about the man. But this time around, Ashutosh, why was it that everyone thought that he is over, he's at a fag end, and his political career is on a sharp decline, and yet he emerges stronger as ever?
See, two reasons. First of all, let me also add a caveat because there are a lot of
Mhm.
accusation and allegation by the opposition political parties in Bihar, and they are
Mhm.
hinting at some kind of manipulation at the grassroots level during the electoral process. Let's keep it on the other side. See, in 2020 assembly elections, Nitish Kumar party seats came down drastically to 43 seats, and the credit was given to Chirag Paswan that he worked against the Janata Dal United, and
Mhm.
that's one reason that he lost so many seats. But still,
Mhm.
in 2025, Chirag Paswan was with the Janata Dal United. They fought together, and obviously there was a successful transfer of votes. But let's
Mhm.
not forget it. Why we should I calling it the political genius, because if you are in the government for 20 years and
Mhm.
still there is no anti-incumbency, there is no disappointment with the chief minister, and a political party like BJP who had
Mhm.
no other option than to make Nitish Kumar as a chief minister,
Mhm.
despite BJP emerging as a number one political party with 89
Yes,
seats. So this is
yes,
not the first time this has happened. In 2020, same thing has happened. JDU Nitish Kumar had much less number of seats.
yes.
Still, he became the chief minister. In
Mhm.
2005, when for the first time Nitish was sworn in as a chief minister for good 5 years. Even then, the BJP
Hmm.
had more number of seats. In 2025, when everybody thought that the BJP during the assembly elections was reluctant to project Nitish Kumar as a chief ministerial face, and
Hmm.
then after winning elections, again BJP is giving him the chief ministerial seat. That shows there's something very spectacular with Nitish Kumar, and of which BJP has not been able to overcome.
Hmm.
So this is
What is
something
it
very
about him?
really
Yeah,
astonishing.
astonishing that he's made himself acceptable to both sides. That's another angle, isn't it? And so that has worked for him. And secondly, let's not take away from the fact that he has been able to build a steady voter base. As a politician, and you use the word acumen, perhaps his acumen lies there that he's been able to nurture a steady and loyal vote bank. What do you think is the composition of this vote base, of Nitish Kumar's vote base?
See, I don't blame BJP or the RJD to answer your
Hmm.
first question first. I don't blame
Mhm.
BJP and the RSS, BJP and the RJD,
Arjun.
because both the political parties had no problems with working with the Nitish Kumar, because
Hmm.
they don't find Nitish Kumar ideology different or antagonistic to their ideology, especially
Mhm.
RJD. RJD also talks about
Hmm.
the social justice, and JD also talks about social justice. And the BJP has absolutely no problem working with
Hmm.
Nitish Kumar, because almost they were on the similar planes, not on the
Hmm.
ideological things, but in the in sense of politics. What is more surprising is that Nitish Kumar, who calls himself secular,
Hmm.
allies with the BJP, whom he had called in the past as a communal political party and
Hmm.
dangerous for the country. Whenever he had broken with the BJP and had gone with the RJD, he had used these words. So it is
Yeah.
Nitish Kumar who is adjusting his politics with RJD and BJP and finds both to meet their ends. Now, this is something which is important. Secondly, I think it's very exaggerated and overestimated that Nitish Kumar is phenomenally popular in Bihar. If Nitish Kumar has
Hmm.
been phenomenally popular in Bihar, why
Hmm.
why this time he contested only 101 seats and he has never contested
Hmm.
243 seats? Let's
Hmm.
let's face it.
Hmm.
Like in Maharashtra, Sharad Pawar is a big leader. Sharad
Hmm.
Pawar has been a
Hmm.
very seasoned leader, but
Hmm.
he is contesting either half the seats of the
Yeah.
assembly or one third of the seats. So if
Hmm.
Sharad Pawar is acceptable, phenomenally popular, he should contest all the seats and his party should be benefited. Similarly, in Bihar, if Nitish Kumar has been phenomenally popular, his party should be benefited out of his popularity among the people. But he
Hmm.
dare not contest all the 243s. Why he needs uh, Baishakhi of either RJD to come to the power or the BJP to come to the power. So this whole
Hmm.
concept that he is phenomenally popular, I do not buy this. Thirdly,
Hmm.
also this whole argument of the women voters had phenomenally voted in favor of the JDU. Again, it's slightly grossly overestimated, because if you remember in 2020, uh, women voters voted more. 6% women voters voted more than the men, and this time this number has increased to 8.8. In the So this time the whole vote percentage has increased to 10%. So that means an increase of 1 or 1.25% votes extra women has voted for the NDA alliances. This happens when the people are positively tuned to a political party or to political alliances. So I'm not buying this argument that Nitish Kumar has won only because of women voters. There were other factors which are very important. Yes, this factor was also important, but not the only factor, as many
Yeah.
political analysts are trying to give so much credit to the women voters.
Yeah. I want to go back to one point you made about how Nitish Kumar has fought around 100 seats, and this is his strike rate. Now, there again, you see, if you compare with, say, Jan Swaraj, who decided to contest 240 and didn't win any, or for that matter, Congress, who contested 58 and could barely hit any respectable strike rate. Now, in that respect, also, do you think it is his talent that he is not somebody to strike above his weight, which other parties have done?
You can say that.
Hmm.
I think this is the new thought. Yes,
Hmm.
Nitish Kumar is very smart, and he could
Hmm.
remain in power for 20 years because he always was aware of his strength. He
Hmm.
always knew that he's not universally popular in Bihar or in the every
Yeah,
section of the
Ashutosh,
society.
your video has frozen. I'm just trying to see what the problem is. Your video has frozen. If you can just check, or maybe if you can refresh yourself quickly, and I'll come back to you and I'll just recap for my viewers the points that you were making. I mean, what Ashutosh is saying clearly is that here is a man who has cracked the political game in Bihar, because whether his party wins the highest number of seats or not, uh, he still manages to get the CM's position. And it is not as if, as Ashutosh just said, he's got the overwhelming support of a very large number. But somewhere his calculations, his political calculations, have worked for him. Is Ashutosh back with us? Let me just check. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Carry
can
on.
hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
So, what I was saying that Nitish Kumar probably is such a successful politician because he always knew about his strength. He was aware that he's
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
universally popular in every section of the society or with every caste. So
Hmm.
he made those adjustment
Hmm.
and came out with flying colors. Whether he had alliance with the RJD, whether he had alliance with the BJP. So he is, in my opinion, he's a bazigar of how to remain in power, and for that he
Hmm.
was ready to make alliances, sacrifices ideology at the drop of a
Hmm.
hat, and he did it twice. And
Hmm.
once he had no problems with the BJP, then he went to the RJD, again he came back to the BJP, then again went to the RJD, then again he came back to the BJP, and every time he said, I will not go back to the other one. Last time I
Hmm.
remember he
Hmm.
said कि अब तो एक बार हो गया सो हो गया अब दोबारा नहीं करेंगे, but again he went back. So that shows his
Yeah.
political acumen, that he has made compromises with his ideology, and he's I will not say an opportunist, but yes, his political
Hmm.
moves have been opportunism of the highest order.
Also, let's not forget he's a partner at the center. I mean,
Hmm.
he is one of the allies for the NDA at the center that keeps the Modi government afloat. So that way, let's not take away from the power of the man that we are talking about here, and the fact that he gets away switching sides as many times and nobody holds a grudge against him is also interesting. So these are the
Hmm.
interesting things about him. But I was in Bihar, Ashutosh, and I
Hmm.
felt that, when we say, of course, we know that Bihar has the lowest per capita income, it's a poor state, but at least I see the stamp of a leader who's trying to do something for the state. Like if you visit Patna and you see the Bihar Museum, एक वो है कि somebody is thinking ahead for Bihar. Do you see that? Would you give him any credit at all for what he has done for Bihar, or you think that is also overstated?
No, I don't give I don't buy this argument because I had seen how the
Hmm.
China has grown in 20 years.
Hmm.
China had transformed tremendously in 20 years. When
Hmm.
the China started its economic development in 1980, China was one of the poorest countries in the world, and his GDP and the economic growth was something like less than India. But in 20 years' time, they became a global player, and by
Yeah.
2022 and 25, now they're giving a tough challenge to the America. So 20 years is a pretty long time for any politician to make difference. In 20 years time, even India has transformed tremendously. If you look at
Hmm.
from where we started in 1991, so it's not Bihar which is showing the signs of improvement. You go to UP, you go to Madhya Pradesh, you go to any place. It's because of the economic reforms which was unleashed by Narasimha Rao government in 1991, and no government had been in the position to stop that economic reform. So
Hmm.
it's basically this economic reform, the momentum of economic reform, which has created so much development and progress. So
Hmm.
what is seen and witnessed in Bihar is basically part of that momentum. It's not that the Nitish Kumar has gone out of his way to do something like this. I was expecting that in 20 years' time, Bihar would have been entirely different. But per capita income, Bihar is still the lowest, $833, which is something really very, 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 very low. Even the few of the African countries, they don't have that kind of per capita income. Only 4% people have got the income of more than 50,000. 4%, just
Hmm.
imagine,
Hmm.
50,000 a month is a very low number. Only 6% people are the graduates in there. 96% do not own a car or a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler in Bihar. Now you compare these figures with how the Telangana had done well so far itself. Tamil Nadu has, and even the UP, compare the UP also. So if under Nitish Kumar, the Bihar has moved 3-4 ladders up in the per capita income, I would have given him credit. When it started, let's compare a few figures. In 1947, in India got independence, Bihar's contribution to the India's GDP was 6%. In 1990, that contribution of GDP has gone down to 4%. Under Nitish Kumar, the contribution of GDP has gone to 2.56%. Now, just imagine, if Nitish Kumar was doing phenomenally so well for the Bihar, then this Bihar's contribution in the GDP should have improved. Instead of 2.5, it should have been 5%. Why? There is hardly any industry in Bihar, and I can go on and on and on and can give many figures.
So you're
But the
saying
fact of
for
the matter
governance,
is,
you are not willing to give him that credit.
I think there is something wrong with the Nitish Kumar's thinking. Except the first term in 2005 to 2010, when he really tried to do something like he improved roads, he improved electricity, he tried to empower the women. After the first term, I think somewhere he lost, and he realized that if these poor become rich, then his vote base will go down, and maybe it's important for him to keep people below the poverty line so that he keeps getting their votes and keep remaining in the chair. I do not know, but
this time he has not done that. This time he has tried to dole out cash to the women. We can't
That's
talk
one
about
reason.
Nitish Kumar and not talk about what he did just ahead of elections. To what extent do you think that was a factor? The 10,000 rupees for Rojgar Yojana.
That shows that the Nitish Kumar was feeling the heat this time. And maybe 6 months down the line, he realized that there is an anti-incumbency against the government. People are unhappy. Unemployment is very high. Youths are very, very angry with him. Every time they had gone for the examination, the paper were leaked, and when they tried to protest, then they were beaten left, right, and center. So there was anger. So to neutralize that anger, and since Bihar is a very poor state, so when anybody who's getting 10,000 rupees in their account, then the money was not going to the women. The money was going to the whole family. So it was going into the women's account, but a family of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people all were getting benefited out of it. I think that did the trick. That did the trick. So people thought, नेताओं का तो काम ही यही है, चाहे ये हो चाहे वो, कम से कम इनसे पैसे तो हमें मिल गए ना, तो चलो इनको वोट दे देते हैं.
And this, when we look at this in the context of what you said earlier about how poor the per capita income is, it makes all the more sense that 10,000 is that much money for any family in Bihar.
Afrida, you'll be surprised to know. Afrida, you'll be surprised to know that even the caste census done by the Nitish Kumar, the report says that 33% people in Bihar, they are earning less than 6,000 rupees. Like a family of 4, 5, or 6, or 7, they are living with 6,000 rupees a month.
Yeah, but this is a one-time pay. It's not like they're going to get 10,000 every month. It's a one-time pay to set up a, livelihood. That is the idea.
So when the polling is out, when the polling is happening, and the money is coming to my account or your account, you feel happy. So it's kind of a bribe. And I think I will not only blame or accuse Nitish Kumar. The whole political system has become so rotten that to neutralize anti-incumbency, every political party in the government is out to bribe voters. This has happened in Madhya Pradesh, this has happened in Chhattisgarh, this has happened in Rajasthan, this has happened in Maharashtra, this has happened in Himachal Pradesh, everywhere, in Karnataka.
Yeah, it skews the even playing field for sure.
The big promises were made. Now the economy is in shambles. They don't have money to pay. They don't have money to deposit. So they are changing the definition of which women, how many women are going to be benefited out of it, or whose account the money should go. So this is purely bribing, and I'm really surprised and I'm astonished that Election Commission has not taken the cognizance of it, and so it's brazenly being done.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ashutosh. Unfortunately, your video is frozen again, but I get your point. And what you're saying essentially is that this is not a game won fair and square. And you gave us a detailed understanding on why you say that. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.